Thank you. Good morning, class. How many of you are present? Type your names. I want to see your names. Remember our rules. You keep quiet and listen. Don't chat unnecessarily. And type your question and follow the lesson. This is government class SS2. I'm Mr. Chamadu, your teacher. Don't forget, last week we discussed mass media. Mass media. Can somebody remind me? Type it. Okay, what is mass media? We discussed some of the medias, examples. One of the examples, can I see it? Type it. Okay. How many of you have been to any media house? Okay, that's very nice. When? During your press week. Okay. Okay. Let's not waste our time. Let's go straight to the topic. Today we have the topic civil service. Civil service. Civil service. If you are just joining on, this is government class SS2, and we have the topic civil service. You say that civil service is the administrative arm of the executive organ of government, responsible for formulating and executing government policies. The administrative arm of the executive organ of government, responsible for formulating and executing government policies. It's part of the executive. Yeah, the civil service belongs to the executives. That's the administrative organ of the executive. They are responsible for what? They form policies, formulating policies, executing government policies. Some of the government policies made, they put it in practice. Yes, you know that they are part of the people implementing government policies. There are various ministries in different ways. And therefore, it's asking teachers also belong to the civil service. How do they implement policies? By teaching you, breaking their syllabus into schemes, units. They teach according to the curriculum. They follow it. That is, they are implementing it in the classroom too. That these are ways of implementing policies. They can give reports of the attitude of students, their behaviors towards studies, towards the exam, their general conduct too. So these are the avenues teachers contribute their own quota to. They are part of the executive organ of government. Yes, they belong to the civil service too. Okay, that is the administrative arm of the executive organ of government. You know, the executive organ of government, they formulate policies and also they help to implement those policies. They implement it in different ways. According to our topic today, we are dealing with the civil service. Yes, these people implement most of the policies and programs of government. They put it in practice in their various ways, various ministries. It depends on the ministries. They put it in practice to see that the government of the day actualize their dreams, that the government will keep on moving, to ensure continuity in government also. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. We have the characteristics of the civil service. Characteristics. We call it features. Features of the civil service can be attributes of the civil service. The examiners can come up with different ways to ask you question on characteristics. It can be the features, the attributes of the civil service. Number one is permanence, impartiality, anonymity, neutrality, expertise. Then we talk about the last one, merit. Yeah, there is merit there. We know the reason why there is merit. Let's keep going. Permanence. Permanence. The civil service is essentially a permanent institution that does not change with the government. Its staffs enjoy security of tenure. Security of tenure. They don't change with the government. You know, government can change, but the civil service, they remain the same. That is the reason why they are permanent. They serve any government that comes to power. After 4 years, this government will go. And the civil service, they remain there, permanent. They serve any government that comes to power with loyalty, irrespective of your party or whatever you can call it. They enjoy security of tenure. Because of this permanence, they keep the work going. They help to ensure effectiveness and what again? Efficiency in the administration and in the executive arm of what? Government. Okay, we have impartiality. Impartial. The civil servants are expected to serve any government in power with loyalty, not with eye service. So with what? Loyalty. You have to humble yourself, abide by the rules and the tenets of the Civil Service Commission in discharging your duties. When you are loyal to discharge your duties, one day it may be your turn, maybe the person in power. It disappeared. Thank you very much. Sorry for the break in translation. We are discussing civil service. The characteristics of civil service. Permanent is one. Yeah, the civil service enjoys security of tenure. We have impartiality. I said we are talking about loyalty, that they have to be loyal to the government of the day. They serve them not with eye service, they render their services in an effective way, in an efficient manner to ensure that the government of the day is moving. So not rendering services based on the salary they are paying them. Even if they are doing it based on the salary may not be enough to compare to the services they are rendering to the government. They do it in loyalty. They do it unto God. Anonymity. The civil servants are expected to be seen but not to be heard. They don't disclose their secrets anyhow to anybody. That is another thing about them. Anonymous. They're expected to be seen, but they may not disclose their secret to you. You can't hear much about them. They will refer you to the appropriate channel. When you get there, you find out what is going on in this organization. For me, I'm working here. This is my duty post. Thank you, sir. They will direct you. You go. That is that. So that is one of their major characters. You can see most of them are decent people. They don't behave anyhow. They operate in a decent manner. Yes, that's part of their attributes. Neutral. The civil servants are expected to be politically neutral. When you talk about neutrality here, politically what? Neutral. They are not expected to participate in partisan politics. Should in case if you want to participate, you resign your appointment and follow one party or the other so that they will see you very well there. You have to be neutral in case you don't know the party that will form the government. Maybe the one you are opposing. Then what will happen? They may support you and anything can happen to you. So we are expected to be politically what? Neutral. You go and vote. Vote to the party you have in mind. You just relax. Yes, you don't need to be playing politics while you are doing your work. You have to apply wisdom. Even if you are doing such, you must be wise. in a way that you will not implicate yourself in different ways. But their major concern, major character is that to be politically what? Neutral. They will just be there and wait for the government of the day to serve them in loyalty. Then we have expertise. The civil service consists of highly qualified and professional experienced experts in various fields. Highly qualified professionals in different fields. And we don't have quants here. Highly qualified. So we believe that everybody is qualified and everybody is experienced. Even if you don't have experience, with time you gain experience and start doing one thing or the other in your various fields of endeavor. This is because they put long years of work service. Some of them have served for 20 years. Imagine. So having been in a particular place for 20 years, the experience is there. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from different in-service training and so on and so forth. This will keep you moving, to give you more experience based on your field. It makes you to be experts. Some people can gain more knowledge by doing more, putting in more years in their studies. They want to embark on this program. After finishing them, they start another one. These are the areas they get more knowledge that will keep them moving in their various fields. That is the expertise we are dealing with. People handling people in different ministries. We believe that they are experts in those ministries. And whatever work they are giving them to do, they will do it in loyalty to achieve efficiency in the administration of their what? Duties. Any questions so far? Okay, we have merits. Why do you say that they are one of the characters? We put merit. Can somebody say something on merit? Can you type it? Let me see. Merit. The employment to the civil service is based on merit. This enhances efficiency in their area of what? Performance. You employ people that can perform very well. If you are in a school, you employ teachers that are competent enough to teach, that are caring, no teachers, people that have that mindset to be humble, that love children, that can impart positive values up to our younger generations. So there must be merit in employing people into the civil service in one way or the other, so that they can perform their work very well, creditably, efficient. They show efficiency in so many things they are doing. Not when you employ somebody today, the person will come and kill people. If you ask him to mix chemical, you don't have mixed anything at all that can kill people. It will be based on what is contained in the syllabus, in the skill, and do it according to that area. Which is in the other government offices. If you are working in the account section, make sure you prepare your books and everything that is very well. Make sure your account balance very well before you leave your office. If you are in the field in terms of people supervising, when you get there, you don't collect bribe. Make sure you supervise very well. Know what those people are doing. Are they getting it right? The reason is to ensure what? Checks and balances, to ensure efficiency. Checks and balances goes with what? Efficiency in administration. So that's the reason why there is merit in employment of people in the civil service. You don't just employ anybody you see. The work that a graduate will do, you employ somebody that finishes SS3. The person may not get it right. Yes, that's the essence of the merit. Okay. In case if you are joining us, we are teaching, the subject is government and the topic is civil service. We said that civil service is what? The administrative arm of the executive organ of what? Government. Responsible for what? Formulating and executing government policies. You get your full 3 marks. Yes. We discussed the characteristics. We call it the features, the attributes of the civil service. We mentioned permanence. We say that government may go or change, but the civil service, they remain the same. They enjoy security of tenure. We talked about impartiality. We discussed that they might be what? Loyal to discharge what? Their duties, not by eye service. Loyalty must be there. You humble yourself, do your work very well, as unto the Lord, not as unto men. Yeah, because you are doing it for yourself. One day, maybe your turn to be in the position to supervise others. We talk about anonymity, anonymous. They are expected to be seen, but not to be what? Heard. We discuss neutrality, that is, civil service or servants are neutral. They're not to be politically involved in one way or the other. They are not to be partisan in any form. Should be politically what? Neutral. They serve the government that comes to power anytime. That's the reason why there is loyalty as part of their character. To talk about the expertise, they employ people that are highly professional, experienced people to handle matters effectively, that will keep the government of the day going. We have to discuss about merits in terms of employment of the people in the civil service based on what? Merit. The right person will be employed to work at the right office. You don't employ quacks. You don't employ people because of, I know them, let me help them. No, you know them, you want to help them, they may disgrace you in the aspect of helping them. So you have to be careful. Okay, that's some of the things there. Any question? You type it. Functions of the civil service. Functions. Functions of the civil service. Functions. Number one, policy formulation. Sometimes the examiners might ask question, what are the roles of the civil service in a democratic society? You can use this. What are the importance of civil service in a democratic setting? You can go with this. Yes. Okay. Policy formulation, that's one of their functions. Implementation of policies. They advise the government, preparation of budgets, records and document keeping. They provide stability, and so on and so forth. And let's continue. The civil service helps in the formulation of government what? Policies. They formulate government policies from their different ministries. They formulate policies that will help the government of the day to function effectively. And they will make sure that they implement those policies formed in the right way, in the most desirable manner. They implement it and make sure that they execute it in a way that people in society will feel the impact of the government in power. Yes, that's one of the major functions of the civil service. They also advise the government because they have been there. They are putting in long years of service. Professional mind people are there. Their wealth of experience, they use it to advise government on what to do and why they should follow that pattern, the reason why they should go in that direction. The government might listen to them and apply it, then it will work. Preparation of the budget, they prepare the government's yearly statement of expected income and expenditure from their different ministries. Yes, they prepare it and present it to the government of the day, who will go through it and compile it. That's the reason why you see that the executives, one of their functions is that they prepare the budget and present it to the National Assembly. So the civil service belongs to the what? Executive arm of government. They are the administrative part of the executive arm of what? Government. These are some of their duties. Preparation of budgets. They prepare it from their different ministries. We have different ministries. They prepare their budgets, their expected income and what? Expenditure for the year. and then present it to the government in power. The government will go through it and compile it in a way that it will be more presentable to the National Assembly. Records and document keeping. The civil service keep records of government activities and documents in various ministries. Now they keep records of what is going on in the health. They keep records in terms of education, the same thing, finance, different ways, different ministries, Ministry of Power, this and that, aviation, and so on and so forth. They keep the records. In case of anything, the people can go through the records and see what happened, the way they have gone through so many things. What are the things they have achieved? Why did they achieve this feat? These are the documents. And you go through it. It will help you to do what? To improve in so many things you are doing. That is the reason why we say that they keep records. The presidency might not keep that record. These people, they will just say, Minister of Finance, we want to know what happened in 2017. It's like there is deficit this place or the other way. Why? We go to it and say, yes, sir, nothing like deficit. We are able to discharge our duties effectively based on what we have on ground. This is the way it happens. You can see, keeping records will help. Even in schools, the school keeps records. Sometimes the ministries will come to various schools and ask them, want to see your record on this? Want to see on this? These are documents and record keeping. They belong to the civil service. This helps to guide the formulation of those policies and programs in their various routes, ministries. They provide stability. The civil service ensures continuity of government, and this makes for stability, makes government of the day to be stable. How? One of their characters, we say that one of the features is permanence. The government may come, government may go, but the civil service, they remain the same. That means they ensure continuity of government, irrespective of the party in power. It helps to make the party and their programs and policies to move forward, to move the country forward. They help to formulate policies, they implement those policies that will make the government to be effective and responsive, even responsible to the people. That's very interesting. Why are the civil servants not participating in partisan politics? Okay, I will answer that question very soon, not now. And remember, we said that part of the characteristics is politically neutral. They are not expected to participate in partisan politics. If you want to play politics, you want to contest for one thing or another, you resign your appointment and go for politics. That is one of the characters. They are not meant to play politics. They're meant to be neutral because they don't know the government that comes in power. They are the one that serve each government, make sure the government of the day move forward. They help them in the implementation of policies. They guide them by giving them good advice, and so on and so forth. So these are the reasons why they cannot participate in politics, why they are in active service. Any question? Functions of the civil service. Do you have any question? Can you type it? Let me see. Okay, don't forget we are treating the topic civil service. This is government class, exercise 2 government precisely. We are teaching the topic civil service. Civil service. We said that civil service is an administrative arm of the executive organ of government, responsible for what? Formulating and executing government policies. We discussed the characteristics of the civil service, permanence. Its staff enjoys security of tenure. Impartiality, they are expected to be what? Loyal to government in power. Anonymous, they are expected to be seen but not to be what? Heard. Don't forget about expertise. The civil service consists of highly qualified and professionally experienced experts in various fields. Experienced experts in various fields. This is because they put long years of what? Service. We discussed the functions of the civil service. Functions. The functions can be the roles played by the civil service in a democratic society. It can serve as the importance of the civil service in a society. Okay, policy formulation. We talked about implementation of policies. We discussed, they advise the government on important issues. We discussed preparation of the budget, records and document keeping. These are some of the functions of the civil service. They also provide what? Stability. They ensures continuity of government. Any government that comes in power, they continue with that government. They continue to be loyal. They continue to formulate good policies for effective governance. They continue to implement the policies so that the masses will enjoy the dividends of democracy or the dividends of the government in power for good government. Yes, these are some of the good things they do. Okay, we talk about now. Let's discuss what? No question yet. Let's move forward. We have the structures of the civil service. The structures of the civil service. The structure. Administrative class, 1. We have the professional class. This is the way they are. Yes, we have the executive class. Your question is not clear. I can't see it. Type it very well now. We have the clerical class, the manipulative class, and so on and so forth. Okay, the structure, let's do. The administrative class. This is the highest class in the civil service. It consists of senior officers who advise the political head on the policy formulation and what? Implementation. The administrative class, the highest class in the civil service. So the people in this civil servants or the civil servants within this cadre, they consist of senior officers who advise the political heads on policy formulation and what? Implementation. They advise them on what to do based on their experience, long service experience, long years of experience. Professionally, they have acquired knowledge that will help them to formulate good policies and programs that will help the government of the day to move forward. They even advise government on how to go about those formulation of policies. They advise them on the measures they can take towards implementing those policies, because they have seen it all in different ministries. So they will tell them what to do. That they have worn the shoe and know where the shoe pinches. So they will be in the right position to direct government aright on what to do in terms of formulation of policies and programs for effective governance in their various ministries and in the society at large. We have the professional class, consists of professionals like engineers, doctors, teachers, and so on and so forth. How many of you want to be a teacher too? And nobody wants to put anything. So nobody wants to teach. That's very nice. Think about it too. That's one of the noble profession in the world. Teaching. They teach others. Yes. They lay the foundation of any other profession. And they nurture them and send them forth. You can see. So it's a very powerful profession. Okay, this consists of professionals like the people I mentioned. So these people in the professional class, they bring out their professional advice. They give professional advice to different ministries and different fields on different matters that concern their ministry. Let's take, for instance, the doctors now. They can talk about medical issues. They talk about the research, the reason why government will bring money so that they can conduct research based on this issue, on this health matter that is disturbing the fate of the country. The engineers, we think about our good roads, construction of buildings, why the buildings are collapsing, what are the measures we can take to stop it, why our bridge is not in order, why our roads not in this form. They bring out their technical expertise, technical knowledge in their from their various professions to make the society to move forward. Through this, their technical expertise, they help the government of the day to give them good advice that will help them on those areas. You can see teachers will give professional advice on how best the student can do what? Pass their exams. Why the students are not paying attention what teachers are teaching. Why is it that the students are getting C's in the exam these days? Does it mean that teachers are not? If the teachers are teaching, they will tell them that students are not interested because of so many measures distracting them. Internet services, their phones, most of them have married their phone. They don't know anything about their book again, it's phone. WhatsApp, Facebook, these things are distracting them. They can give advice based on those areas and help to implement it. When their government implement those advice, formulate policies on that, the teachers will implement it in a way that they will achieve effectiveness in their own areas. We have the executive class. This is the middle level class responsible for implementing the decisions of the world of the government. Don't forget, we are discussing the structure of the civil service. The structure of what? The civil service. We discussed the administrative class, that's the highest class in the civil service. We talked about the professional class, people that will give their what? Professional advice on technical issues, technical matters concerning their profession that will help the government to move forward in those areas. We discussed the executive class. Executive class also contributes towards implementing good decisions of government. Make sure that decisions of government are being put in place in the right way, in the most desirable manner, not anyhow. They put it in place in the right way. They direct people on the just course to follow, that the government can achieve their what? Their purpose. And they also helps to ensure what? Stability in government. We have the clerical class. The clerical class. You must have seen most of the clans in different ways, different offices. How many of you? Can you type? Have you seen anyone? Okay, this consists of officers who undertake routine clerical duties like filing of records, typing of documents, dispatching letters, and so on and so forth. These are their work. In an organization, they will carry this file to the other place. They will ask them to type this letter. Make sure you send it to these people. Type this letter, give it to the people, the executive class department. Type this one, send it to the admin. Tell them to do this. Type this one, do this. Take this one, this letter is to this place or the other place. These are some of their duties. They're also important too. Everybody is important. All these people are the people that makes the services of the government to be more interesting. They add value to it in their different ways. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Manipulative class. This consists of manual labor force, like the carpenters, the cleaners, the laborers, the drivers, and so on and so forth. Can you see some of them around you in your mom's or dad's offices, in your schools? You can see them. They belong to this group and they are very important. If your class is dirty, will you enter there? No. They make sure that they put everything in order, set it, then people will start coming. These are some of their work. They are important too. If those offices are not locked, their computers are not well repaired, there are bushes everywhere in their offices, would they like to enter their work? No, these cleaners are very important too. They clean their offices, make sure that they control the environment, make sure that the environments are tidy. The messengers, the laborers, the gardeners, and so on and so forth. These are some of the people in this category. They make life to be meaningful also in the civil service by adding value through their own little way. And certainly, that is some of the things they do. Any questions so far on the structure of the civil service? We discussed the structure. For some of you that are just linking, this is government class, SS2 government. And the topic is what? Civil service. Civil service. So that administrative part of what? Administrative arm of the executive organ of government. We discussed their functions. We are now on the structure of the civil service. The structure. We discussed their features also, their functions. Don't forget we talked about permanence. In one of their features, we discussed political neutrality, that they are neutral. That just that. They are neutral. We talked about the preparation of budgets, records, and document keeping. We discussed different structures, the administrative class, the professional class, the executive class, the clerical class, and so on and so forth. Any question? So all of you are following. That's very interesting. Keep it up. Despite all these good things we discussed in civil service, there are problems. Let's talk about the problems of the civil service, the problems of the what? Civil service. Can somebody type one? Let me see. Do you know any of the problems? Okay, just gaze. Type anyone. Political instability. That's one of the problems of the civil service. Political instability. Political instability. Tribalism. Rectapism, the one we call bureaucracy. Rectapism, that's the language. That's the term for it. Bureaucracy. Political interference. Political interference. Political interference. We discussed bribery and corruption. So most of you knows much about bribery and corruption. Political instability, that's it. Okay, that's instability. And we discuss something about it. You get to know much, okay? We have negative attitude to work, and so on and so forth. There are many. You can mention one again. And not your leader, so this one. Which of your leaders? We are discussing civil service. Okay. Problems of the civil service. If you are just joining us, we are discussing problems of the civil service. Continuous change of government brings along change of political appointees like ministers, commissioners, and sometimes directors generals. All these things affect the civil service in performance or discharging their duties. That is the political instability we are talking about. When there's continuous change of government, this government will come, it may not be the government that will come again, so they will come along with different changes. Those people we are working with, in terms of the political appointees like the director generals and so on and so forth, that controls the ministry, it might be changed. Most of their programs and policies, you people may not follow it again. try to adjust to the one incoming one, or the one that is already on ground. It may not be suitable to some people. You may not find it easy to follow. All these are the reasons why there are problems in the civil service. We talked about tribalism. Tribalism. Tribalism leads to the appointment of unqualified personnel into the civil service. Unqualified. Tribalism. Really employ somebody from my tribe to work with me. The person might not be competent, might not even be qualified. Because of your position, you put the person there, he will mess up. Things might not go in the right direction, the way we want it. And bureaucracy, the one we call typism, refers to the excessive use of formalities in the civil service, which militate against its effectiveness. They normally do things. We are going to wait for our organ until organ says something. We can't just give directives. We have somebody, we have our boss. Let our boss say something. If your boss did not say something, you will not carry out your duties effectively. You wait for the boss. When you are waiting for the boss, you may waste. There might be delays and so many other things. All these affect effectiveness in discharging of duties of the civil service due to excessive use of what? Formalities. Certain things they can do, but you must wait for the senior. If you don't wait for the senior, they will punish you or you get queried. So based on that, you wait. And while you are waiting, things will be going wrong. May not be going in the right way. Political interference. The intervention of government in the day-to-day administration of the civil service does not give the civil servants the necessary freedom to carry out government policies effectively. The politicians or the government in power might dominate or interfere in the affairs of the civil service, giving them unnecessary directives, while it's not the way they already formed their programs and policies to follow. You say, no, you must carry it out this way. That is what I said. Or they can interfere in some of the programs of government. Maybe it might be local government or state government or the ministries. The way they will interfere in their affairs, will disorganize their plans. And they have to follow that pattern because they are not, the organs have set it up to disorganize their day-to-day administration. By the time they have planned that they are moving in A, the government, the political class will tell them, no, follow C pattern. When they follow C pattern, everything will bend. It will not go in the right way. These are the problems. Bribery and corruption. Many civil servants demand monetary and other gratifications before carrying out their duties to the citizens. I'm looking for my file. Oh, your file is not here. They'll just go and hide it somewhere. But the other day, I saw my file. No, the other day. Maybe I'm not the person that day. We wanted for you to give them something. They go and bring those files. They may hide it. You search for it till you don't see it. So when you give them money, debts or bribe, they will do one thing or the other that will help you. Things that they're supposed to do under 5 minutes. They will just be delaying you, but when you give them something, come, collect it and go. They clear the way for you. These are some of the problems. It affects the smooth run of the civil service in our society, in our country in general. Negative attitude to work. Some civil servants display poor attitude to work due to inadequate salaries, poor working conditions, absence of job security. Maybe they are not secured where they are working. Who knows whether the next organ will sack us? We don't know. So based on that, they'll be doing whatever they like. Poor working conditions. Maybe they don't have seats. They'll just be squatting anyhow. Their salaries may not be enough for them. You can see the situation of things in the country now. So they are paying them small amount of money, and they have maybe 5 children, and you are giving the person maybe, let's say, 50,000. The person might not cook. It will affect in different ways. So based on this poor, the lack of motivation in different ways in their working place, they may like to display negative attitude to work. People will be coming late. What they're supposed to do, they will be delaying it, wasting time unnecessarily. All these are the problems we are encountering the civil service in Nigeria. Okay, don't forget the topic is civil service. We are now discussing the problems of the civil service. Let's talk about the control of the civil service, the way they control them, how people are following. Okay, Civil Service Commission control. This body is vested with the power of appointment, promotion, recruitment, and discipline of the civil servants. That's the Civil Service Commission. It's a neutral body also set aside. So this body controls the appointment of people into the civil service. They promote them. They discipline them, people that are not getting it right. So based on the fear of the Civil Service Commission, they will get their work done right. Then we have the hierarchical control, the hierarchy. Remember in the structure, we talked about the administrative class. You have to respect and obey the hierarchy of authority in all your working, in wherever you are working, in various fields, in various ministries. You obey the hierarchy, you respect them. So because the seniors can control you, they can punish, they may give you query, they may give bad reports about you. So you obey the hierarchical order in your working place. Ministerial control, the ministers of finance establishment exercises control over the civil service. These two ministries deal largely with all matters involving other ministries, annual expenditure, condition of service, salaries, and pensions. So based on ministerial control, you'll be afraid of what will come up when this minister and this establishment will be exercising authority over us. When they are asking us of this and that, do we have it? Even in our annual expenditures, condition of service, they are the one putting it in place, stating the way it will go and the way we must follow. Sometimes we have to comply so that it can be well with us. Yes, judicial control, civil servants are required to operate within the law, and their actions can be nullified and published by a court of law. They are required to operate within the law. You know, we have laws that guide different establishments. So you must follow those laws. You must be careful of them also, because some of the actions can be nullified and published by a court of law. Even if you have lawyers that will defend you, based on the code and conduct controlling the civil service and your ministry, you don't have any escape. They will pin you on that. Public Complaint Commission control. We have the ombudsman. That's what we call them in Nigeria. In West African countries, we call them ombudsman. That's another name. Public Complaint Commission control. This body examines complaints of maladministration among civil servants. Examine controls among the civil servants. So in case you have any complaint in your various offices, in various ministries, you can table it. You may not go to the police. Just go to ombudsman, public complaints commission. They will address the issue and know what to do. So based on their control, people are careful in dealing with the civil service or the civil servants. You need to put it in slide so that they have an assignment for them. If I put it one line, you will see the assignment. Current. Hey. Okay, that's your assignment. Identify any 6 measures that can put in place to make civil servants non-partisan. Identify any 6 measures that can be put in place to make civil servants non-partisan. Thank you for listening. I'm Mr. Achomati, the government teacher. Thank you very much. See you some other time.